Hey everybody, welcome to that scouting guide. Today I'm doing an all-22 film breakdown on the Denver Broncos versus the Washington Commanders. In this all-22 film breakdown today, I'm going to be showing you guys the second half of this game due to the fact that I believe, as well as Denver Broncos Mile High View, Mile High Bubble, and a plethora of other platforms that actually tell the truth about the Denver Broncos, believe that what we saw in the second half for the Denver Broncos was not the Sean Payton offense. It was a lot of trying to take the top off the defense, throwing the ball deep, not setting up those plays that we saw in the first half and last week against the Raiders, which was a lot of crossing routes, a lot of quick to intermediate routes, running the football, pounding the rock. That's the Sean Payton offense. And what you saw in the second half versus the Commanders was a pissed off Commanders team because the Denver Broncos ran their mouth when they haven't done anything for 8 years. And number two, you saw a lot of the things that we saw under Pat Shurmur, which was a lot of go balls, a lot of 20-plus yards, which we've seen for the past 3 to 5 years with this team. So on this play right here, and the reason I'm going to show you guys the second half of this game is because I want to drive a point home about the difference between what you saw in the second half compared to the first half, which is completely a polar opposite spectrum of what the Sean Payton offense is. So here you go. You have a 1-2 wide receiver. You actually have a 1-2-3 wide receiver set. This is the tight end for the Denver Broncos, Austin Trotman, single back formation, tight end right here, Chris Manhertz. And you're going to see motion by Jerry Jeudy, who didn't really do anything in this game, and I heard from a lot of Denver Bronco content creators and Bronco fanatics that he was the missing piece for the Denver Broncos, and he was the missing piece to have our offense score. He hasn't done anything in 4 years. So I have to see it to believe it with Jerry Jeudy. I'm tired of the hype around this guy when I have Justin Jefferson, CeeDee Lamb, Humphrey on the Broncos, Johnson on the Broncos, Marvin Mims, who are making more spectacular plays than Jerry Jeudy and Courtland Sutton. But you're going to have a motion by number 10, Jerry Jeudy. And this is just a great play by Daron Payne. And I told everybody, when the Commanders get going on their defensive line, it is so hard to stop their front seven. All first-rounders, Daron Payne, Jonathan Allen, Montez Sweat, Chase Young returned. Just look at Daron playing on this play right here. Play action pass. Again, Mike McGlinchey yet again gets beat in pass protection. You're going to see right here. Watch Daron Payne. This is against Mike McGlinchey. And ladies and gentlemen, Mike McGlinchey has been awful. Been awful the past 2 weeks. Rips and sheds right there. And just bam, right there. And that is a holding on Mike McGlinchey, by the way. And he knows. And what did I say coming into this year with Mike McGlinchey, with all that money that we gave Mike McGlinchey? He is a poor pass blocker. This is a three-point stance. Again, I don't like my tackles in three-point stance. I like him, like you see here, Bulls in a two-point stance, due to the fact that, yet again, you have, this is how you start off the second half. You try to do a pass play. Daron Payne's eating on this, and he just, boom. I told you guys that this front seven for the Commanders is a very good unit. They're deep. They're solid. A lot of first-round guys. Okay, on this play, here you go. 1, 2, 3, 4 wide receiver set. Tight end right here. Halfback draw. Daron Payne yet again, man. Daron Payne is such a force in the interior of that defensive line for the Commanders. And look what happens when you actually have interior pass rush. Man, he just owned Quinton Miners on that play. Quinton Miners had a poor game as well. The whole entire offensive line just did not do well at all. Watch Daron Payne. Watch this. Watch the move Daron Payne puts on Quinton Miners. Booyah. What a play. This is why I value interior pass rush. This is why I value the interior more than the edges, because if you have interior pass rush, they can blow up plays like this consistently. Watch Jerome Payne right here. Very good job. Oh, man, he has just such fluid hands. So the Denver Broncos put themselves in this predicament. 1, 2, 3 wide receiver set. Tight end right here. You have a guy wide open right here. You also have a guy wide open in the flats right here. Throw it to him. Oh, man. Again, too late. See, that's the one thing that Russell Wilson... We told you guys, and I told you in my film breakdown last week, that Russell Wilson was not going to be able to get away with the things that you saw last week against the Commanders. The Commanders have a way better defense than the Raiders. I told you guys this. You had a guy wide open. If he stayed in the pocket, he could have threw it to Sir Michael Pirine. Yet again, I don't understand some of the play designs. You know, you couldn't put in a McAllister, who's a better receiving back. You also have a tight end that right here in the flats. You have two guys in the flats. Just dump it to you. You don't need to go. Again, Russell Wilson is looking for the home run ball. He's looking deep. These guys are all covered. You need to make the smart play and just dump it off and to live another day. But again, Russell Wilson's trying to do too much. And again, he put himself in that predicament, Russell Wilson. He had protection. He could have dumped it off in the flats. But no, he tried to look for the deep ball. You see, he's not even looking at these guys. He's not looking at Trotman. He's not looking at Shamichael Pirine to the last minute. Again, he's looking for the deep balls. He's looking for the deep balls. Again, I believe what happened in the second half was, I believe the front office for the Denver Broncos upstairs gave the call downstairs and said, we want to go deep. And it just completely dismantled the offense for the Broncos. And then you have Russell Wilson to the last minute. Again, that just gave him all the time in the world to read that play, the edges for the Commanders. This is good protection by the Broncos. This is very solid protection. But again, Russell Wilson's looking deep. He didn't look at the tight end over here. And Russell Wilson is a poor reader of the field. He sucks at reading the field. I've tried telling Denver Bronco fans this. He's not a good quarterback reading defenses. Okay, punt situation. Okay, I also want to drive this point home. Now we're going to be on the defensive side of the ball. I just want to say this about the Denver Broncos defense. And I have to give Mile High Bubble Man all the credit in the world for saying this. When teams want to score on the Broncos, they score. They have no problem scoring on this defense. And also, I don't understand why we're giving Gregory this big contract when Jonathan Cooper, a 7th-round pick out of Ohio State, is playing way better than your own Randy Gregory. But that being said, this is a 1, 2, 3 wide receiver set, tight end right here. Again, love this coverage. I do not like the coverage by these two. Damari Mathis, yet again, playing way too far off. Not a big fan of Damari Mathis. Halfback draw. Look at, and they're just running it on Randy Gregory's side of the field. Running it right on Gregory's side of the field. Right here at the bottom of your screen. Look at that hole that opens up. Look at Gregory. Poor run defender. Gregory is a poor run defender. Getting owned by a tight end here. Look at that hole. And Justin Simmons, got to give him credit on that play. Does a very good job of closing that hole quick. Not a big fan of Justin Simmons, but I got to give him credit where credit is due. Is the shoot down here, close that gap. Got to give Justin Simmons credit on that play. You got to be fair when you do these all-22 film breakdowns. Boom. Very good play by Justin Simmons. This is number 87, Jesse Bates, against Randy Gregory, one of our highest paid defensive players. Look at this. Does a very poor job of setting the edge. See, look at the difference between Jonathan Cooper setting the edge and Randy Gregory setting the edge. You see the differences? They're actually attacking Gregory's side of the field. They're not attacking Jonathan Cooper's side of the field. And then you have Justin Simmons, who's going to close this gap by shooting up. And then look at Josie Jewell on this play. I said in my last film breakdown that Josie Jewell, these linebackers can get gobbled up easily. Watch number 71, Andrew Wiley. Watch him right here. Just gobble up Josie Jewell. Terrible instinctuality, terrible play by our linebackers, but a good play by Justin Simmons nonetheless for making that play happen, for making the saving tackle there. Okay, here you go. You got a 1, 2, 3, 4 wide receiver set. So they're spreading out the Broncos. Good design blitz by the Broncos. Very good design blitz. A little late blitz. Singleton kind of gave it away there. A little too late. But again, false start by the Commanders. Okay, so 1, 2, 3 wide receiver set. Tight end right here. Again, look how far off. Again, I'd be attacking Damari Mathis all day long. Patrick Surtain on the opposite side, I got to give him credit. The past couple drives, he's been playing man-to-man, which is his best trait. Bump and run coverage. But again, I do not like this coverage by Damari Mathis because all day long they can attack it. Again, good read. Booyah. Drop pass by Jesse Bates. That was a good read by Sam Howell. Good throw. Not a good catch by Jesse Bates. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 wide receiver set. And Eric Bieniemy, coming over from the Kansas City Chiefs, knows the Broncos defense very, very well. So, again, spreading out the Broncos, again, I would have attacked the middle of the field all day. I don't believe that the Commanders did that a lot. They did do that more in the second half than they did in the first half, but I would have done that more consistently throughout the entire game. Again, here we go again, playing off coverage. Good wraparound. Terrible. Oh, my God, Singleton. This is a good wraparound play. Good design blitz, or good designed play here by both DJ Jones and Gregory. Gregory does a wraparound play right here, and that forces Sam Howell to go inside. So good job on those two. But again, watch the poor tackling by Alex Singleton here, number 49. Terrible angle, terrible first down. I also want to watch this play one more time. Again, and look at Justin Simmons. If Sam Howell had all the protection in the world, he could have threw it there for a touch. Again, I just don't understand what people see in Justin Simmons. If there was better protection on that play, I believe Sam Howell would have went to this guy right here. No question about it. No question about it. Again, you're supposed to have help over the top. I don't understand what Justin Simmons is doing way out here playing for Manchester United. I don't get it. But again, watch Singleton on this play. Poor tackling. Poor tackling angle by Alex Singleton. Just absolutely poor on that play. A third down conversion for the Commanders. Watch the wraparound. This is a very good play by Gregory. Causes it. Okay. Goes inside because you have no interior pass rush to speak of. Missed tackle by Alex Singleton. Terrible, terrible play. Absolutely god-awful play by Singleton. And again, interior passers right there, but watch what happens when he steps in. There's nobody, and so he can just step up in the pocket and run. We saw that with Garoppolo. We've seen that throughout the years with the Broncos. You do not have a Malik Jackson-type player on that defensive line. I'm trying to tell folks that. Missed tackle. Terrible play on the defense. Okay, here we go. You have a jumbo set right here. Jesse Bates coming in motion. Again, Patrick Surtain playing off coverage. I do not like that. That's not his trait. Just going to be a run. Right on Gregory's side of the field. You see how they're not attacking this side? They're always attacking down here. They're not attacking they're not attacking Burrito's side. I'd be when Burrito and Gregory are in the game, I'd be attacking those edges. I mean, because they're so poor run defenders. But again, they're not attacking his side. Again, look at that. There's nobody there. This defense is awful, man. This is a good design. This is good blocking technique on the interior of the Commanders' defense or offensive line. Just great blocking all around. Look at Josie Jewell get eat up here. A good job of getting off of him, but it's a little too late. Too little too late for Josie Jewell. They're specifically targeting that second level and Gregory's side of the field. Their successful running plays happen on Gregory's side, whatever side he lined up on, left or right. You're going to see right here, it's going to be a crackback block by number 87 to Nick Burrito. This is just a very good blocking from the Commanders' interior. I mean, look at that. Look at number 77 just move Zach Gallen. Watch number 77 just move him away. I mean, this is just great blocking all around by the Commanders' offensive line. And Josie Jewell gets eaten up. Look at that hole. All day. Where's our linebackers? Nowhere to be seen. Okay, number 1 comes in motion. Terry McLaurin's right there. I'd be throwing it to Terry McLaurin on this play. Look how far off he's pulled. Look at both of these corners. Again. This is such a good play by Sam Howell. Just attack Simmons. This is Simmons. This is Simmons' responsibility. He's supposed to have... Yep, you see? You see right here? See right here? That's his responsibility. That's his side of the field. That is Justin Simmons' responsibility to have help over the top. And they attacked Mathis. Again, what did I say? Attack Mathis. Attack Mathis here. Look how far off he's playing. And again, what did I say about Terry McLaurin during the Denver Broncos Mile High View video? I said Terry McLaurin is a top 8 receiver in this league. He's very underrated. And everybody's going to say, well, that's Delaney Turner's yellow responsibility. When you have Justin Simmons lined up over the top of Damari Mathis, that is specifically his responsibility. He bites on the play here. Justin Simmons, and look, all that room. All that fucking room. Sorry for my language, but man, it's stuff like this that really aggravates me because everybody does not understand the responsibility as a safety is to have help over the top. And Justin Simmons does not provide that on a down-to-down-to-down basis. And shit like that happens. They're not attacking Delaney Turner-Yell's side of the field. They're attacking Justin Simmons' side of the field. And look, those two are communicating. And I said attack Mathis because he's playing so far off. That gives the receivers all the room in the world to do whatever they want. And this is just a great ball. And even a great catch by Terry McLaurin and Sam Howell. That is just such a beautiful, beautiful design play. Due to the fact that you have these two guys that don't know what they're doing, number 1. Number 2, you have too far off coverage by number 27, Damari Mathis, and you have no help over the top by Justin Tony Lily Simmons. Justin Simmons, to me, is not a good safety. I'm sorry. He's not a good safety. He's vastly overrated. He's vastly overpaid for the money that we gave him. And just because he is a John Elway draft pick, he's getting all this money in this PR treatment. You got rid of Von Miller so number 31 can take his place when he's not on Von Miller's level. It's just sad to see, man. I remember this organization in the Denver Broncos having elite safety plays, guys like TJ Ward. Darian Stewart was a better safety than Justin Simmons. Dookie Anacho, Raheem Moore, Mike Adams, Brian Dawkins, Steve Atwater. Guys like that understood the position. And Justin Simmons, again, gets exposed because they're attacking his side of the field. There is no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Well, Delaney Turner yell. Are they attacking this side or are they attacking this side? What side are they attacking? Justin Simmons' side of the field. Plus, there's no interior pass rush. None. Where's Zach Allen? Where's DJ Jones? Where are all these guys? That's just a beautiful ball by Sam Howell. Damari Mathis sucks. Justin Simmons sucks. Delaney Turner-Yell sucks. Our secondary is so overrated. Our defense is vastly overrated. Okay, here we go. A single wide receiver set, 2 tight ends, I formation. Number 82, Trotman comes in motion. So this is the next drive for the Denver Broncos. A run. There. See? And Denver Broncos Mile High View watched the film breakdown on the Washington Commanders, and he specifically said that the Commanders' run defense is very poor. Very poor. Also, I just want to give a big shout out to Jamie Davis, who I thought had a very good game. I was very high at Jamie Davis coming out of Kentucky, and he was a first-round pick during that Patrick Surtain draft. I'm a big fan of Jamie Davis. I'm just such a big fan of him. I like that design play. I love it. Now, here you go again. This is the type of stuff I'm talking about. You do a Sean Payton play, I formation, and then you come to this. 1, 2, 3, 4 wide receiver set. Look at Ben Powers getting absolutely manhandled. Look at Ben Powers getting absolutely manhandled on this play. You have a guy open right here. Again, he's just staring down his receivers. Again, here we go. Again, this is just this is a poorly designed play. Again, that's why I don't think, to me, this isn't Sean Payton ball. This is not Sean Payton football right here. This is not a Sean Payton play at all. There's no design crossers. There's none. You have a tight end that's doing a streak route that, again, is he going to outrun this corner who's faster? Again, the design plays, and then he's just staring down this receiver right here. Judy. He's staring down Judy. Yeah, is that great separation, guys? Is that great separation ability by Jerry Jeudy? I like where they're using Jeudy, but again, the designs of these plays is just weird. It doesn't make any logical sense from a... Go look at my film breakdown last week, where there were crossing routes, where there were short to intermediate routes. This is not Sean Payton football. This is not Sean Payton football right here. Look at the design. Look at the design. And you have Russell Wilson, who is a one-read quarterback, staring down Jerry Jeudy. Drops a doodle-doo Jeudy, who's vastly overrated. He doesn't have great separation ability. And then you have Ben Powers, again, who's been a massive disappointment thus far, who's getting manhandled. Watch number 74. He's in a 3-point stance against Jonathan Allen, I believe he is a top 5 defensive tackle in this league. And look at him getting manhandled. Look at Bull's technique. Absolutely god-awful. Look at that. That is just terrible. Terrible offensive line play. Because you're putting your quarterback in your offensive line in these type of situations by these poor design plays. And you have receivers that can't separate. Look at the technique, and oh my gosh. Look, he's bear hugging him. He's bear hugging Jonathan Allen. How is that not a flag? You can't bear hug a defensive lineman. Look at him bear hug him. That is terrible. Terrible technique. Absolutely terrible. That shit needs to be called out right there. Look at him bear hug him. NFL, and you're watching him. That stuff needs to be flagged. That is a flag. This is a fair observation. That needs to be a flag. You cannot bear hug a defensive lineman. And you have poor technique by Garrett Holds. Who again, he's... doing that clothesline holding shit, Bulls is. Watch Bulls. Garrett Holds. That's why we call him Garrett Holds. Poor technique. Dips again. I don't understand why he dips. You never dip as an offensive lineman. Don't ever dip. And then you just... And you see right here, I'm going to show you guys why he's just basically predetermining where he's going to go with the ball. See how he's looking at Judy? He's not looking at the other side of the field. Watch his eyes. Just staring him down. Not looking anywhere else. Look, he's just staring right at Judy. And he sees the pressure, and then he takes off. There should have been two flags by Bowles and Powers. Okay, jumbo set formations. Love these formations. Now, these are the formations that we saw last week against the Raiders. There, wide open, Brandon Johnson. Wide open, Brandon Johnson. Almost a... Brandon Johnson is... I'm a big fan of Brandon Johnson. I like number 89. He's a good player. But again, predetermining where he's going with the ball. He's trying to get Jerry Jeudy involved. Going for the deep ball. You have a guy wide open right here. Predetermining where he's going to go. You have Brandon Johnson wide open in the middle of the field, and he's trying to go. This was almost a pick by the Commanders. Again, going deep. Going deep with it, Wilson. And I wouldn't be surprised if he's being told to go deep at all. I would not be surprised. But again, you have Brandon Johnson wide open in the middle of the field, man. You have Brandon Johnson wide open in the middle of the field. And instead, you try to go to Jerry Joss-a-doodle-doo Judy. Just a terrible thrown ball. Just terrible play by Wilson. You see how he's just looking at Judy the whole time? He's not looking anywhere else. He's predetermining where he's going to go. Bulls. Poor protection by Bulls as well. But again, Russell Wilson, again, how much can I put that on the offensive line when Brandon Johnson is open in the middle of the field? The offensive line can only hold up for so long when you have a quarterback that is a one-read quarterback that tries to go deep with it. Again, it doesn't make any sense. Look at 72. Johnson's wide open in the middle of the field. Oh my God. It is frustrating, man. Well, we can't put everything on Russell Wilson. Yes, you can. That was a good design play, and you had Brandon Johnson wide open in the middle field, but he's not even going through his read because Russell Wilson is a one-read quarterback. Again, is a one-read quarterback. Bulls' technique is just god-awful. It just, man, yeah. It's frustrating. It really is watching Broncos film. It's really frustrating because there are plays that are open in the middle field that are not being... I believe Jarrett Stidham would have made that play. I believe Jarrett Stidham, the backup for the Denver Broncos, would have made that play. Jameis Winston would have made that play. 1, 2, 3 wide receiver set. Again, poorly designed. Again, going deep with it. Look at the routes on this play. This is Pat Shurmur ball at its finest. This is Pat Shurmur ball. This is Pat Shurmur ball. Look at number. Oh my God. Again, this was a design screen, poorly executed. But look at the routes by these receivers. This will tell you everything you need to know about what we saw in the second half of this game. Look at that. What the hell are we doing? Look how wide open the middle of the field is, man. You can't have a design play where a receiver's running in the middle of the field, a little drag route. Look at the middle of the field. But again, because Russell Wilson cannot read the middle of the field. He can't. I also have to say that and be fair with it. Russell Wilson cannot read the middle of the field at all. But again, look at these designed, it blows my mind, man. Where you have the first half of the game, and then you have the game against the Raiders, where you saw more Sean Payton ball, and then you watch the second half of this, and it's eye-opening. This was not the Sean Payton offense at all. Receivers going deep, run and go ball routes, which Denver Broncos Syndicate likes to call them go ball routes. They're called go routes. But again, it's plays like this that just make you scratch your head. And like, you're just in awe by an organization where 1 week, the offense, again, I believe that the Denver Broncos, mainly Dove Valley, the fan base and I believe that they listen to the content creators and they said, we want more shot plays. We want more plays deep. And that affected the entire game and the entire second half for the Broncos. They tried to do too much with it, and that got them in trouble. And you saw that. That got Wilson in trouble, the O-line in trouble, the offense in trouble, the defense. It got everybody in trouble because you guys don't know what you are offensively. 1 week it's the Sean Payton offense. The next week it's Pat Shurmur ball. The next week is something other. The next week is something else. You don't have an identity on all three levels of your team. That's just facts. 1, 2, 3, 4 wide receiver set. Because you put your offense in this predicament. Oh my God. You had a guy open in the middle. And this is the pick thrown by Wilson. Again, you see how he's just, again, staring down where he's going to go, predetermining it. He's predetermining where he's going to go on this play. When instead of making the safe play, again, this is the type of stuff that the content creators and the fans don't see. You couldn't have dumped it to Javonte Williams, and that would have gave you better field position to punt the ball into the opponent's territory. Like, you couldn't have done that. But instead, you throw a pick on this play because you're predetermining where you're going to go with it. My apologies. I apologize about that. I am sorry. But again, it's predetermining where you're going to go with the ball here. It's stuff like that that's frustrating as hell. You just stared down Sutton on that play. You stared him down. You couldn't throw it in the middle of the field here to give you a better field position to punt the football, but instead you wanted to go do your shot play. You see how he's just staring down? He doesn't look through his reads on the opposite side. He's staring down here. Let me fix my camera. I'm sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Ah, terrible play. Absolutely terrible. Okay, now you gave the Washington Commanders better field position. Again, man-to-man coverage, but again, look at Damari Mathis on this play. Look how far off he's playing. Again, attack Mathis. Halfback draw. Missed tackle. Man, just manhandling Simmons on that play. Washington came out in the second half and just absolutely kicked the Broncos' ass. Nick Burrito Josie Jewell getting owned on that play. Look at Josie Jewell on this play. It's going to be a halfback draw to the top of your screen, attacking Nick Burrito. They're not attacking Cooper. They're attacking Burrito. You got pulling. And look at Josie Jewell here. Getting manhandled. Good Lord. Good God, man. This is, I told everybody coming into the season that teams would be attacking the edges for the Broncos, and that's exactly what they did in this game. Missed tackle by Mathis. Just poor tackling all around. Again, Vance Joseph's defenses are known for, and look at Justin Simmons just getting manhandled. Because he likes to run his mouth and thinks he's a top 5 safety, in which he is not. Okay, right here on this play, you have number 2 come into motion. 1, 2, 3, 4 wide receiver set. Number 2 come into motion here. Again, where are they attacking? Nick Burrito's side of the field. They're not attacking Jonathan Cooper's side of the field. When Gregory and Nick Burrito, number 42, are on the field, they're not attacking Cooper's side. They're attacking, again, it's all about the offenses, and especially what you saw in this game, they're attacking the weakness for the Denver Broncos defense, and that's the entire defense, quite frankly. But they're specifically attacking areas that they can get positive plays on. Just letting you know that right now. So 1, 2, 3 wide receiver set, tight end right here, number 87 Bates. Look at that. No interior pass rush to speak of. Look at that. No interior pass rush to speak of. And you just start right there against Singleton. Number 24, Gibson. Look, there's no interior pass rush at all. None. You actually have Dotson running wide open in the middle. Look at Justin Simmons. Look at Justin Simmons yet again. I would have threw it to Dotson there. That is a positive play. That's on Sam Howell. He did not see that play there. Look at number 1 running free. And that's Justin Simmons' responsibility. That's Justin Simmons' responsibility. Number 1. Oh, man. I'm going to do a I'm going to freeze it here for you guys to see. Look at Justin Simmons here. Look at this. Look at this. And I'm so happy that the CBS announcers called out Simmons in this game. I am so happy that they did so, because that guy needs to be called out. All the talking that he talks during the offseason and saying that how he has all these accolades and how he's going to be remembered as a top safety. You're not going to be remembered in anything, Justin Simmons. All you're going to be remembered as a cog in the John Elway machine that talks shit. That's all you're going to be remembered as. You're not going to be remembered in the same tier as Steve Atwater, as Louis Wright, as TJ Ward, as Brian Dawkins. You're not going to be in that. You're not even in the same class, buddy. And that's Sam Howell's fault. He should have read that and threw it right at Dotson. Dotson's running free right here. But you know what? Who actually caused that cog there? Number 91, Matt Hennison. I got to give Matt Hennison all the... He is a vastly underrated piece on this defensive front. I believe he deserves more playing time. Look at number 91 here. Get in that push up the middle. That caused... Everybody laughed at my face when I loved the Matt Hennison pick. Everybody said that he wasn't going to work out. He is probably one of the better consistent defensive linemen that we have. He's probably the most consistent defensive line that causes pressure. And that caused him to go to 24. I believe if there's no pressure there, he would have threw it to Dotson, number 1. Believe it. I believe it because he wanted to throw it there. Okay, number 85 coming in motion. Jumbo set. Single wide receiver down at the bottom of your screen here. Again. Let's watch this play. Jonathan Cooper. Man, dude, Jonathan Cooper. I love Jonathan Cooper. Jonathan Cooper is a 7th round pick, still on his rookie deal, and he's outplaying our 2nd round pick last year, Nick Burrito, the guy that we paid all this money to, Gregory, Frank Clark, who hasn't done shit because he's injured. Imagine that. He's injury prone, and there's a reason why the Chiefs got rid of him. Jonathan Cooper and Baron Browning. Where's Baron Browning, folks? Where's Baron Browning? And all this talk that you said Baron Browning was going to be a great edge piece. Look how that has worked out. Not very well. Jonathan Cooper is our most consistent edge piece. That is just great, great play by Jonathan Cooper. Watch Jonathan Cooper here against Andrew Wiley, number 71. Great hands, great leverage, just a great play all around by Jonathan Cooper. My God, that was a great play. And field goal. And he misses it. Okay, on this play right here, you have a single back formation, tight end, jumbo set right here. Okay, play action. Oh, no. There's Trotman getting beat. Again, you see how he's just looking downfield? And again, it's just the designs on these plays is just... See, they're going deep with it. Cortland Sutton's open here. See, again, all he had to do is step up in the pocket and throw this ball here. He's wide open. Sutton is. Play action to... Yep, P. Ryan. Good dump pass to Shamichael. Booyah. I like Shamichael P. Ryan a lot. I do. I like Shamichael P. Ryan when he's used in the proper situations. I think he's a very solid back. Again, 2 tight end set. And again, this is Sean Payton right here. The utilization of the tight ends and the blocking. But again, it's how the receivers are being utilized that makes absolutely no sense. These deep out routes. Like you need, when you set up an offense, you need to be running the football, quick passes that's going to eventually set up those deep shots. You saw that with Marvin Mims in the first half. In the first half, that they were setting up that play eventually to go downfield to him. Trotman, again, look at it, just his technique in stepping up in the pocket. He could have stepped up in the pocket there and threw it to Sutton. But again, he panics and goes to Shamichael P. Ryan. Which again, I mean, it's not a terrible play, but again, you would have had you had Sutton open on the sideline there. Okay, so you have a 2 wide receiver set. Marvin Mims in the slot. Brandon Johnson out there. 2 tight ends. Single back formation. Oh, man. Terrible play by number 45. Just terrible blocking. Watch number 45. His block is just terrible. On number 96, John Williams. Look at that. He just doesn't even... Okay, so you got a jumbo set formation. Love these. This is what you saw last week. McAllister's in the game. Good. There you go. See? This is Sean Payton football. Right here. Watch the crossing route by Sutton. This is what I'm talking about. This is Sean Payton football. Crossing route, throw it to him now. There you go. Good play. Good play. That's what I'm talking about, folks. That play right there. That is the Sean Payton offense right here. Crossing routes. Good. Very good job by the Broncos offense on that play. Very good job. That defensive line's starting to get to them. Powers is getting beat. See, those plays are going to set up the plays deep that the content and the fans want. So this is my all 22 film breakdown on the